All right, we've got a hashtag Friday Pie Day. Everybody knows exactly what day it is. We've been taking gains all week inside of Nordic Alpha. If you're not in there, I don't know what to tell you. You got to get in there like swimwear. Man, we've taken some insane gains. We've given out some insane trades. If you showed up to the Golden Nugget, you got some of those trades, man. And we'll talk about them. But we're going to talk about what's happening inside of the crypto markets right now. Absolutely critical level right here, man. 109. It's critical. You got to hold it. If you don't hold this level, I mean, we've got downside to, 107.5 immediately. And then we've got downside to about 104K. Insane downside. Alts are going to get wrecked. Alts have already been wrecked. Let's call it what it is. And, yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, this is a trader's paradise, right? This is a trader's paradise. Sorry, there's like some helicopter flying past. I'm going to give it a second to do its thing. I don't know what to do about it. Stop flying, helicopter, right? So in any case, finally got the outside setup back. We're back in action, and we're going to be kicking off a lot of content. It's going to deliver incredible value to you for free, right? Obviously, streams are free. My long forms, my shorts, my TikToks, my Facebook and Instagram reels, my Twitter posts, all that stuff is free. Take advantage of it, man. Take advantage of it. Learn how to build a skill that no one else can take from you and recession-proof yourself, man. Your boss fires you. You don't make money anymore, right? The markets aren't going to fire you unless you allow them to by blowing up your entire account, okay? I can teach you how to start, okay? I can teach you how to start from a beginner's level if you just haven't done anything, right? And I can get you to the highest levels, the levels where I'm at right now. Verified pro trader with documented 88% win rate right now. Go check it out. It's on my website. Every single trade documented and live, right? Called them out, everything. Boom. I can take you to that next level even if you're not a beginner. I can start you as a beginner. I can start you as an intermediate. I can start you as an advanced trader and get you to pro level status. Watch enough videos. We'll get through it together, man. I'm here for you all every step of the way. Now, with that being said, if you are here from the future, we appreciate you. Hello from the past. Make sure you smash the like button. Obviously, make sure you hit subscribe. I got plenty of room here, right? Boom, baby. Bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant section. I don't have the green screen back here, making me, keeping me away from, doing all my Italian movements and stuff, right? We can throw back kicks and all types of stuff. So with that being said, let's get into the breakdown of what is happening in the markets right now. If you are here, give me something in the comments section, man. There's some people here on Twitter. There's some people here on YouTube. Edu says hi. Geez, that thing is massive. Why is that so massive now? What did StreamYard do? We got Dr. Feelgood V2, not V1. Do not get it mistaken. Everybody's smoking cigars on this Friday Pie Day. Everybody, at least inside of Nordic Alpha. We're all killing it. We're doing our thing. And we appreciate everybody for showing up. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, we got to get to the news-based stuff really quick, real quickie. So as you can see, I mean, don't let this fool you, dude. Do not let this fool you. Click on any token. Let's go to ETH, right? If you've been here long enough, you knew that 38.50 was the level. It held, okay? And now it's starting to pump back up. Look at the week, right? $4,500 all the way down to 38.50. Dude, we were talking about this level. I'll show it to you on the charts. If you don't believe me, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to show you, right? But if you don't believe me, we've got the proof. We've got the receipts. We've got everything that we need to back it up. Go check out the win rate. I don't care. Go check it out. It's all there. It's all live. It's all documented. You can scroll over. Bang, bang. You can see everywhere that I called all of these out. We've got links to everything. We've got an 88% win rate on literally just gold and silver. Insane gains. 196% portfolio appreciation if you were to take those trades. And let's be real. Every single one of those trades was given out live. Live. We have a 34 for 35 on just the Golden Nugget. That's a free stream that you can show up to 11:30 Eastern Standard Time every single Wednesday. 34 for 35. I don't know people that have those types of numbers. At least not people that are trading the way that I do. A lot of people do their average in stuff. Nope, we give one level, it hits, it doesn't, that's that, right? Now, Bitcoin falls below 110, okay? There's a cautious tone in the market right now, okay? Why? Because the economy is slowing, okay? The US dollar is doing F all, right? And it is continually depreciating. And what is crypto priced in? USDT, baby, USDT. So you're going to see massive sell-offs when stuff like this happens with Bitcoin. You're going to see altcoins exponentially go down. They're going to go down exponentially faster and greater than Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin hits a 5% negative, bang, you're going to see the top 100 altcoins go down anywhere from 10, 15, sometimes 20%, right? Look at what happened to ETH, right? We just showed you that. Look at ETH. Just type it in. In 2 days, right? Well, call it 5 days. We went from 4,500 to 3,884. Do you understand how much money that is? That's almost a 20% decline. Okay, call it 15%. What happened to BTC in the same sense? 116 to 108, right? So like 7.5%. Big difference. Big difference. Watch your alts, man. Watch your alts. 109 is your level. 109 is the level right now. We gave this level out inside of Nordic Alpha. We took absolutely stellar trades last week. Where's my... We took this trade last week. We shorted it all the way down to the bottom end of the parallel. It blew through our take profit. Absolutely insane trade. Smashed it. You would not have had this trade unless you were inside of Nordic Alpha. I did not give this trade out publicly. Obviously, if you do something well, never do it for free. I don't charge much. It's like $1 a day to get these calls. And I do it on every single market, S&P, gold, silver, Bitcoin, crypto, whatever you want. We've got it in there. We gave out this trade on the S&P. Bang, bang, this trade right here. Boom. I'm just saying, man, we give out these trades all day, every day. We gave out this trade on silver. We gave out this trade on gold, not this one. Well, we did give out this one, and this one hit too, but give me 1 second. Let me get this off of here. Bang. We gave out this trade on gold, absolutely crushing it. Every single thing is absolutely crushing it. You don't believe me, go check the win rate on the website. It's all good. One of these days, people will know. People will know when they show up, they're showing up for money. It's money time, right? Cha-ching. So one thing that you have to watch for, we have a lot, and I know a lot of people don't like to watch the broader financial markets. And if you are doing that, you are not doing that, you are ill-prepared, my friend. And that is why I teach all of that inside of my blueprint, okay? Inside of my blueprint that I will be launching very soon, probably next week, to be honest with you. And we will help you build your foundation to become, hopefully, eventually a pro trader like I am. Now, secondarily, we have Bitcoin and Ethereum options that are expiring. They are under pressure right now, and it is $21 billion worth of options contracts, and they are coming due, okay? You got to watch out for this stuff, man. Open interest like this, it can absolutely move the markets, right? Traders exchanged 25,213 puts in just the last 24 hours. Look at the put to call ratio. It's 1.5 to 1. Okay. 1.5 to 1. Not quite 1.5, but you get where I'm going with it. 1.35 to 1. They are betting against price and hedging downside risk on their portfolios, right? So Bitcoin has 85,500 call options on it right now. Call option means I'm betting the market's going to go up. It also has 60,000 put options on it, betting that the market is going to go down. When it is heavily weighted to one side, what do you think the market makers want to do? They want to push it to the opposite side and stop all of these people out and make the call options unprofitable, okay? This is a put to call ratio near 0.7, right? That means there's 0.7 puts to every one call option. Dude, I'm telling you, max pain level, $111,000. We're already under that, right? If you go under 109, it's getting really, really friggin' nasty, okay? So for Ethereum, same type deal. It's more weighted evenly to a 1.03 put to call ratio, okay? But the open interest is 0.86 put to calls. Okay. A little bit more bullish, right? A little bit more bullish leaning, but max pain is at $3,800. And where are we at right this second? $4K. Okay. So Ethereum has room to go down. Max pain means the most people lose at this one price. And the options writers keep the premium, the most premium at those prices. Okay. So you got to watch your put and call options. You got to watch all that stuff. If you want to know these types of things, dude, seriously, get into Nordic Alpha. It's the first link in the description. This is the least expensive it's ever going to be. So if you want in and you're like, I'm not even going to get in for a couple of months, dude, I would get it now before this thing launches to the public, because I promise you, price is only going to go up. And the only way that you get grandfathered in is if you get your subscription now. That's just how Discord and Me6 works. Don't shoot the messenger. Bang, bang, boom. Right now, let's talk about what's going on inside of the markets. Let's put up our Bitcoin chart. Okay. Why is this the level? Okay. Why is this the level? Well, you've got your value area low here. This is a very key level of support. As you can see, it bounced from it here, came back outside of it, used it as resistance 2 times, blasted through it again, got up above it, used it as support, and then we started trending up, right? This is from this massive, massive sell-off from about 125, which is the all-time high, all the way down to the bitty bottom of that, right? That's it. That's all this range is, okay? As you can see, we lost the value area high. We got caught up at the point of control. Once we lost the point of control, we came right down to the value area low. This is something I teach. This is an entire strategy that I teach inside of the foundation, inside of the blueprint, inside of Nordic Alpha, period, right? Even inside of the golden opportunity that I have with verified investing, right? I teach this exact principle. It's a very simple strategy. Bang, right? It's a very simple strategy. Bang, right? It's 3 levels, man. And you're hitting that downside level that could get you absolutely nastily wrecked, right? Now, let's pull a more broad, and get to the 4-hour, and I'll give you some context, right? Now, let's pull a new FRVP, and let's see, where could this go, right? Where was our last parabolic move? Well, it was right here, okay? It was our last parabolic move. As you can see, you've already lost the value area low of that, right? Bad. The value area low of that range is 111.245. Anybody know what that level was? Do you remember me saying 111 a little bit earlier? Yes, that is the absolute max pain drawdown scenario for the put to call ratio inside of the options market as we speak right now. Now, if you really want to know what's going on, right? Let's take that not a fib, sorry. Your FRVP, let's draw it all the way up to the all-time high. And you'll see the broader trend here. I don't like that one. I hate it when FRVP does that BS to me. I like to have 290 or I think it's 220 rows or something like that. Bang. 104, baby. Does anybody see that in the title of the or the thumbnail of this video? Why are you calling for 104, Drew? Well, first off, parallel channel. You're back inside of it. You're bearishly back testing it. Bang. If we fall, we're coming down here to about 104, right? That's where that previous consolidation zone ends too. You're hitting the top end of the consolidation zone. You're breaking down into it. Where's the bottom end of that? Right here at about 104. This is a nice little range right here, right? So you got to watch out for that broader market context. If you have something, public service announcement, we have about 15, 20 minutes left on this stream. If you have something that you want me to do technical analysis on, feel free to drop it in the comments section, and I can see the YouTube comments. If you're commenting on Twitter, I cannot see that inside of StreamYard. It does not give it to me for some reason, so there's nothing I can do about that. If you're on Twitter and you want to, comment something, that's fine. Just come over to the YouTube stream. It's Drew Wolfer. You already know what time it is. So with that being said, or I can just continue to cook, right? I can continue to cook. I'm going to show you gold, silver. I'm going to show you the S&P, and then I will show you also altcoins. So as it sits right now, this is your trade, right? You have some trades that you can do right now. And if you fall below this value area low, there's two trades you can do, okay? You get a rejection because now you've gotten accepted back into this parallel. You come back up here to about 110.2, you can start shorting. And guess where you're shorting all the way down to? Yep, you guessed it, about 104K. Okay, about 104K, depending on where we get it. You know, you could write it down to 103.3, right? So just watch this. I mean, that's a 13x risk to reward ratio. Absolutely insane trade. Do whatever you want to do, man. Do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But the other thing that I can tell you here is, let's get this into the active possible positions folder. I think I already have this. Yeah, I do. It's right here. So now we'll just move this one and we'll say short the value area low, right? Loss. That's where you can start adding to your position. Once you get under this, you bearishly back test it. What do I mean by testing it? Right? You come up here, you reject, you're shorting. Right? Pretty simple. You see that? You come up here, you reject, you bearishly back test this, you reject, you're shorting again. Okay. Then if you get back above this, you can start thinking about longs, but you got to start longing at about 111, right? So you got to see a swing point up to about 111 because from a market structure perspective, all the way up to here, you're still in a downtrend, which is 114. You need to break above 114 for things to be bullish. You got to watch out for the point of control here. If you want these trades, get into Nordic Alpha. I'm not going to break them all down all over again, right? Do whatever you want to do. But if you want to actually make money, you want to see the win rate in practice at all times, that is exactly where we're going to do it, right? 87% overall, 88% overall, as you can see, right? This is all documented. I'm not going to sit here and spit, you know, dumb stuff to you. I'm only going to show you what I can prove. Okay. So with that being said, let's get into silver. Okay. We gave this trade out on silver. I believe it was on Wednesday. I actually gave this trade out for free too. I gave it out to the Nordic Alpha people first, right? And then I gave it out for free on the Golden Nugget. If you're not showing up to the Golden Nugget, I have absolutely no idea what you're doing. It's literally like 20-30 minute video on Wednesdays at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. So do with that information whatever you want to do. Silver's breaking out. Silver's going absolutely bonkers right now. It definitely broke out of an ascending triangle here, right? And also down here, right? So I'll show you. I don't have it on my chart. I'll just draw it. That is your ascending triangle. That is a bullish formation. You broke out of it. You back tested it. Bang. You went and, you know, again, we gave these trades out, you know, a day in advance easily, right? This is not something that I'm like, oh, this is a scalp trade. Like you have to do this. I don't do that to people. I mean, we can do scalps. If you want to get into Nordic Alpha, we do scalp trading in there. JP trades. He absolutely murders it. He's got a win rate like I do. 80% plus, absolutely kills it, makes ridiculous money, redonkulous gains for everybody that follows him, everything, right? But all that we said was, hey, look, this is our 14-year high right here. If we come up and this is where we gave out the trade. If we come up here and we don't get an SFP here, and you come back and you bullishly back test this 50 moving average and this previous all-time high, and you get a bounce from it, and guess what happened? Let me hide it. You came back, you bullishly back tested it, you got a bounce from it, you literally came down to the 50 moving average, you had plenty of chances to get in 2 straight hours that you had to get in on this trade. Bang, and you rode it all the way up to the full take profit. This was a 3.5% move in literally a day. Like, imagine you put 10x leverage on that, right? You made 35 almost 35% on silver in a day. On your portfolio. Means if you have $100,000, you made 35 grand. This is not to be played with, man. Let's look at also, if you get above this level right here, which we are, and we have confirmed, you come back and you back test this $45.86 to 46 bucks, right? You can start longing. What you're looking for is pullbacks here to add to your long positions, right? You're not looking for shorts here. I mean, you can short for sure and try to write it down from a scalping perspective. But if you're betting against silver right now, you're playing a dangerous game, my friend. Same thing with gold. If you are betting against gold right now, you're playing a dangerous game. We gave this trade out on gold, 50 moving average back test, blast off, take it up to all-time highs, 37.91. You've already come within $7, $8 of it. A lot of people took profit here, and they're taking profit right here, anyways. But in any case, this was just an ascending triangle. Bang, as you can see, breakout. And if you come back and you bullishly backtest this, again, you can long, right? Bang, just like that. And you're riding this bad boy up to about 3,820 bucks. Want another trade that we gave out inside of Nordic Alpha? No problem. This is what you can count on inside of Nordic Alpha pretty much every single day. Now, sometimes I don't post every single day because the levels stayed the same and you can just keep doing the trades. Like, why would I hit you again with the same exact levels and trades? It's redundant, right? So here was your back test of the 50. You broke down from the head and shoulders, right? I said, look, you're going to come back, you back test this, and then you fall, and you're writing it down to the measured move, which was from here to here, right? And this was the measured move. You had two chances to take your profits. Bang here, 2 wicks. You could have flipped along because you SFP'd, and bang. You came right back up. You got the same entry all over again. You came back down here. See what I'm saying? Topping tail candle, and you're getting another chance at this entry right here as well. Now, the only difference is that here you have to set your stop loss out further because now you've got your neckline. So this was your really, really good high risk to reward trade, like no brainer. I mean, look at that, 5.5x risk to reward. You did it in 5 hours. Absolutely insane trade, right? Now let's get back to Bitcoin. See if anybody's got anything in the comment section. Would you show us key levels to accumulate SOL in spot if the markets continue down, please? Absolutely. Yep, I can do that. Dexter, put to call ratios. Spot gamma charges way more than the value. Yeah. Don't use paid tools like that for this type of stuff. Dude, just literally Google put to call ratio. It should probably be on Market Watch. And you can do it also on tradingview.com, right? So don't use paid services for that type of stuff. Like the data that they have is the same, right? And now does whatever it's called, spot gamma, does it give you other insights? Yes. But if you're literally only looking for the put to call ratio, just do it from either Market Watch or TradingView has it as well. Okay. And I mean, Yahoo Finance, literally anywhere, dude. You just Google it and there'll be about 7 different sites that have it for free. All you got to do is just type in whatever asset that you're looking at, right? So for Bitcoin futures, it would probably be the Bitcoin ticker, right, on the futures exchange in America, right? Because that's where you're going to see the options, or you're going to see it on Biddy, which is BlackRock's ETF, stuff like that, right? So just, do it there. Let's go and look at SOL. And then Dexter, I do see your thing about WTI crude. We'll get into that in a second as well. Let's go check out Solana. And then I want to look, actually, give me 1 second, Edu. I'm going to show people what we were talking about on ETH. Bang. This was your level. It's your previous run-ups, right? Previous run-ups. And literally, if you know, right, we said, look, you have to hold this level in order to remain bullish. You have held the level. You are now trending up, okay? Now, if Bitcoin goes down, you will see that go back down, okay? You've now taken out the lows. You've taken out these lows, and you have now bounced from that previous resistance level, and you're looking good. But once you get under this, that is short city all the way down to about 3,300 bucks, at the very least over to these lows at about 3,400 bucks. Okay. So I'll set up trades for you. Here's your long, right? You've had a couple of chances to get in. That's perfectly fine. Set it below the lows. You're riding it back up to the previous consolidation zone at the very least. It's probably a 7.5x risk to reward. Anybody like them apples? Yeah, I'm sure that you probably do. I don't really need to ask. And then secondarily, you break down from this, you bearishly back test it, right? And you're shorting down to about $3,300. 9x risk to reward, anybody? Worst case scenario, you get 5x risk to reward if you set your stop loss way far out, right? Okay, cool. I'm good with that. So that's ETH in a nutshell. Let's look at Avalanche really quick because I know there's some wolfers here. Still have not come back and back tested. Actually, you did. You back tested the 200 moving average right here. You've already got your position. Bang, bang. I mean, dude, like this is stuff that we were talking about weeks ago, right? You had this long. You're still killing it on this long. Like, I mean, we call these things out live on stream all the time, and we're right a lot more times than we're wrong. Okay, so let's check out Solana. But just really quick, you really just have to stay above for Avalanche right now. You got to stay above $27.75. And for all intents and purposes, you would like to stay above about, $27.75. You get below that, it's short city. Short city. Solana. Let's check out Sol. Got that on Coinbase. Yeah. Okay. All right, so this is where we were talking about if you break out from this, you bullishly backtest it, you long, and your target is $295. Obviously, that did not happen. You just fell straight through it, bearishly backtested it, then you entered short, right? That was very simple. I need to start labeling these better. That long position's dead. It's not even on the map for us. Inverted head and shoulders. Did that play out? That is dead too. Okay. All right. Let's check it out. Check it out. Ultimate low to the ultimate high, right? Or ultimate high to ultimate low, Fibonacci. As you can see, you've ran through the 0.618. You bounced off of the 0.5. That's great news. Really, I mean, if you're going to be accumulating Solana, I would be accumulating it down here at about 158, right? These previous lows. And I would be accumulating it here at about 195. Depends on what your strategy is. You're talking long-term buy and hold. I'm a trader, right? So I'm giving you way different advice. So anybody that is trading Solana, do not listen to these levels. These are not your levels. Whether you're a day trader, swing trader, scalp trader, I don't care. Do not listen to these levels, okay? Your first level is going to be right here, okay? 175. Obviously, you can pick up a little bit here if you really wanted to. I don't necessarily know if I would do that because if you reject off of this, you're going to be falling pretty far, right? So 172 to 175 is a good accumulation zone. That's where your previous swing points were. As you can see, you topped out here, you topped out here, you got a nice pullback. Then you used that as support, bounced, used it as support again, used it as resistance, right? And now you've used it as support, bang. This is going to be a high level of support at 175, right? Secondarily, you've got your other levels way down here, right? So you've got your $121 level. But before that, I would just be looking at about 142. 140 to about 145. That's where you get to the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement. All right, let's check out WTI crude. I know that Dexter is patiently and eagerly awaiting that WTI. What exchange do we want to do it on? That's a commodity CFD. Yeah, I mean we can do commodities CFD. I don't care. Yeah, let's just do black hole markets. Oh, I already have a chart on this. Nice. Look at that, dude. This thing's already charted up. Bang, bang, bang. You're going to see resistance here, okay? Your resistance is right here at $66.70 essentially. I don't like seeing this candle at the top of this range, though. That's an SFP of SFPs, right? That is an SFP, like ridiculous SFP. You're going to see a pullback here. Mark my words, you are going to see a pullback here on crude oil. This is a WV pattern as well, right? So what is the WV? Well, I'll show you. You're going to come back down here to anywhere in the 64 to about 63.50. That's where you're looking for longs. And then you got to break this level up here at 66.68, something like that, right? But you do have a shorting opportunity here for the SFP. Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. We'll check back on it next week. Lock it in, baby. This is the SFP. Whoopsies. You're shorting it right down to about here, $63.70 some odd cents. You should not get back above about 66.17. So depending on where you enter, I would be more comfortable entering up here, right? And then placing my stop loss just a hair outside of that, coming back down to these lows and this resistance and swing point, and then looking to long once we get down there, right? So that's your first position. This is your second position, and then you set your stop loss pretty friggin' tight on this. Once you bounce from this point and the 50, the 100, and the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, right? Let's see what's happening on the 1 hour. I want to see. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you got to bounce there. You got to bounce there because this is where your 200 moving average is. If you get below this 200 moving average, you have to start shorting. But that's where I'd be writing this up to new highs, okay? That is an SFP. Technically, on the 1 hour chart, did we get the SFP? No, we did not. If you're talking long-term trades, I would be looking at something like that. Okay, then I would be looking at something like this. Once you get into that trade, this is your target, right? Your target's probably $67.58. Once you get above that, right, that's where you can start entering more longs, right? So let's talk about it. Let's do it. Copy, whoops. Copy pasta, bang, and you are now entering longs. If you get a rejection up here, you are entering shorts. It's very simple, right? If you get a very, very mean, nasty rejection up here, you are entering shorts. If you get an SFP up here, you are entering shorts. It's very simple. Much love to you, man. Hey, I know you're in the Nordic Alpha Discord as well, dude. I appreciate you being in there, dog. Seriously. And then Edu, much love to you as well. Now, if you guys, I try not to ask anything of people, right? But if you do enjoy the content, if you do enjoy me giving out these levels, if you do enjoy, things like this and me trying to kind of help you figure out how to trade, give you levels, teach you, make money, blah, 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 consider just going to the Drew Wolfer website and clicking the button that says, give us a review on Trustpilot. That would be awesome, man. If you have a positive experience, share it with people, dude. That would be incredibly helpful. And I appreciate you. Not asking you to do anything out of the ordinary, not asking you to buy anything or anything like that. It's just, if you show up to the streams and, you made money off of it, you appreciate it, or you're inside of the community, you've learned some stuff, man, think about giving us a Trustpilot review. I appreciate you. We don't have any. I literally just set this up like a few days ago. I think it was like 2 days ago, because we're getting ready to launch the courses and the trainings. So if you want to help support, that would be a really easy way. That would only take probably 3 minutes of your time, 5 minutes of your time. You don't have to spend any money, do anything. And, it would mean a lot to me, right? And I'm sure it would mean a lot to other people that might be on the fence on, hey, is this something that's for me, right? And if they see your kind of like testimonial almost, and you can do a video testimonial as well on the website, man, that would be incredibly helpful. So I appreciate everybody for showing up. Seriously. If you want to keep killing it on silver, dude, look at this thing run. Look at this run. Dude, if you know anything about me, I got physical gold. I got physical silver. I'd be killing it on these silver and gold trades. I got a win rate on it. Absolutely insane, dude. The metals markets were just banging on it, dude. I am loving what's happening in silver right now. That short squeeze is redonkulous. It's so exciting. It's so exciting to see what's happening inside of the metals markets right now. It's so exciting, honestly, to just see everybody inside of the community just absolutely killing it. They're just making money hand over fist off the backs of an 80+% win rate, dude. Incredible. 35 trade win streak. Insanity, man. Insanity. If you don't believe me, that's fine. You don't have to believe me. Trust by verification, my friend. Trust by verification. Start here. This is from, dude, we haven't lost a trade since June. That's nutty. Look at these. 8.8%, 3%, 8%, 2%, 3%, 3%. Look at all these. 4.5, 3.7. We just took another 4.5, 4%, 3.5. We still got this gold long open. We'll see where that finishes out, dude. 35 trade win streak. I mean, just scroll the column and look for the red. Those are our losses. That's it. That's all of them. Click the links. Verify it. Verify it for yourself. Don't believe me? Seriously, don't believe me, man. I don't want people to believe me. I want you to go and see this for yourself, because whenever you verify it for yourself, it's much more powerful than me telling you. Yeah, that's kind of the whole point, bro. Yeah, we teach exactly how to trade, bro. It's incredible, man. It's really, yeah, I have it also with you on verified. Yeah, 100%, bro. So you already know what time it is. Yeah. Yeah, man. Verified investing has my win rate on it as well. Let's see. Yeah, right here. Just saying. And if you don't trust me, maybe you trust them. I don't know. But yeah, it's everywhere, man. I mean, look at this. This is literally, I think these are the last like 30 trades or something like this. Look at that. All green, all green. Insane, insane. Consider getting into Nordic Alpha is all I'm saying. Oh, I didn't even show the friggin' screen. I'm the worst streamer in the world, but hey, at least I give out like good content where you make money off of it. This is verified investing. It's my page on verified investing. As you can see, Drew Wolfer, blah, blah, blah. Go down here, check it out, do whatever you want to do. I appreciate everybody for showing up. You know, that's a fact, man. You guys are all absolute animals. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of Nordic Alpha, man, is to put the power in the hands of the common person. I don't have trust fund, man. The way I got here was a very unconventional way. Like, let's just give you a little quick backstory on me. If you want to know about me, you can go and, Google it. It's very simple. But dude, I didn't come from like a well-off family. I came from a very like a lower class background. We weren't broke, we weren't poverty stricken by any means. Like, we didn't live in the backwoods of Mississippi in a friggin' log cabin. But we also had to make very tough decisions in life sometimes. And I had to get a full ride scholarship to go to college, right? And then I used that full ride scholarship to get a degree in 3 years by playing soccer, right? At USF, University of St. Francis in Chicago. And then I went to work at a Fortune 100 company, Liberty Mutual, worked in the claims department, and then worked in the cybersecurity division I believe I worked there for like 2 years, stacked up my money, started up my own businesses, right? And then started investing, started trading. I remember the first time I bought Bitcoin, it was like $800. And then the second time, or then when I bought ETH, I think it was like $250, something like that. And I made a bunch of money off of it. And I was like, cool, I just funded my business. Then I got into trading. The rest is history. Here we are, created Wolfer Finance, created Nordic Alpha now. Now all of a sudden I'm a verified pro trader on verifiedinvesting.com. It's crazy how life happens, man. All it takes is, and I'm not a genius. I don't know more than most people, right? I'm just willing to work harder than most people. Like, if I take an IQ test, I am average. I might be like high average, but I'm probably in the average percentiles. People can do this, man. I'm living proof of it. So with that being said, consider getting into Nordic Alpha. I will see you all in there. I'll give you an announcement probably next week if I've launched everything. As it sits right now, the Discord community is open, right? I will let you know about the trainings, because that's where you're going to get real value. And I mean, for like fractions of what it's actually worth. So with that being said, everybody have a wonderful #Friday Pie Day with their beautiful families. Everybody's riding high on gains into the weekend. We made our pizza money. Our goal, absolutely killed it. Targets acquired, targets absolutely smashed. You have the trades coming up for next week on multiple markets. We're talking, dude, commodities, right? S&P, right? Crypto, the levels on that. Metals. Friday Pie Day, baby. Man, I love you too, man. Friday Pie Day. Anybody that loves Friday Pie Day, I got love for you too, man. I will see you all soon. Thank you so much. I'm going to wait for my beautiful wife to get home. We're going to get some pie, and everybody just have a wonderful weekend. Seriously, humble appreciation from my end for everybody that showed up. Most people are on Twitter. A lot of people are on Twitter, and I appreciate you so much. Consider hitting that follow button. Peace.